Protect yourself the way you can. Your defense is a lethal hand. You stand strong and proud and brave. Oh, it's your life that you may save. Oh, karate man. Care for your loved ones and yourself. Develop focus and good health. Try to reach for the highest star. Take the first step and you'll go far. Oh, karate man. Oh, karate man. You're a proud karate man, and you stand firm as you can. If you believe in what you see, only you can make your dreams. Oh, karate man.
Hi, I'm Billy Declemente. The video you're about to see was not made to enhance violence in any way, but for me to be able to take my 30-plus years in karate and put together a concise, no-nonsense, right-to-the-point training video where you can learn extremely efficient self-defense techniques that are very street applicable. And if your physical conditioning is not good, it's not going to limit your learning. You can be a man, woman, young or old. It's extremely important that you realize when you're in a situation when you have to protect your life or limb, someone you love, we have to use the greatest weapon we have. And that is not our hands or our feet, it's our mind. We have to take the element of surprise and reverse it and make the attacker or the attackers pay for what they're trying to do. This is one of the keys to my teaching. We must be sneaky fast. At this point, let's go to the dojo, or the training hall as we'll call it, and start our lesson. Before we start the actual teaching of the techniques, I'd like to explain to you that many confrontations can be avoided by the mere presence that you present yourself with. Now let me explain that to you. If you were an attacker or attackers, and you were looking for a victim, and you saw a person walk down the street in this particular manner, as opposed to a person walking down the street in a more aggressive, stronger, better posture in this manner. Which person would you choose as your victim? Well, certainly number one. What I'm trying to tell you is if you can avoid a confrontation, it is the same as victory. So be sure to stand straight, head high, walk proud. People will notice that, and will make you a much more difficult-looking victim. Now, before we start, I want to key in on something I said before. One of the keys to being successful in defending yourself is to be sneaky fast. Use your mind, your greatest weapon. I can never explain or drill that into you enough. This is the key to winning confrontation. Let me explain exactly what I mean by this. Many times, if we become victims, the people that attack us are going to be bigger and stronger or greater in number. It's absolutely the way it will happen. So we want to use our techniques, again, sneaky fast. If I was standing in this particular posture, and someone approached me, and I sensed something was wrong, and I stepped back or braced myself, they notice this. They can see it. They can surmise that you're preparing to defend yourself. We don't want them to get the message. At this particular point, it's too late to do anything about it. So we want to reverse the process of surprise, so it's in our favor. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you were standing in this particular manner, relaxed and looking at this point like an easy victim, watch how you could defend yourself against a man standing right in front of you who was about to make a move. Watch again. There's no warning. We spring right from the posture and the foundation we're in. One more time. This is called a double-fisted smash. Let me show you how we do this. We take our two fingers and our thumb, wrap it around the wrist, hold it firmly. If you've ever played baseball or golf, you know you do not hold the club or the bat with 4 full fingers, squeezing it hard, because it loses mobility. The other 2 fingers just go along for the ride. So holding the wrist firmly, keeping your fist tight, you're going to bring the hands to the center. You're going to project the elbows, follow the hands. Never lift the hand in this particular manner. This is not what we're doing. We're pushing the fists with our elbow, so that if we meet something as we're rising, there's a lot of strength and power behind it. I didn't learn physics in school. I learned it in karate. And that's where I really got to understand it. So please watch one more time. Holding the wrist firmly, 2 fingers, and 2 going along for balance. Stand fast, show no motion. Don't jerk, don't twitch, don't do anything to alarm the attacker who's about to receive the impact of this fast, powerful move, the double-fisted smash. It's quick and it's powerful. And it also can be used for another series, which I'll show you in a few minutes. Now, if my feet were side by side when I was in that position, or if I had a right foot in front, it does not matter. If my left foot was in front, it does not matter. All I did was change the foundation. The technique is still the same. Let me show you what it would look like if it was applied to an attacker. The target we're looking for is the throat area, and I'll explain that in detail in a second. The attacker is in front of you, he makes his move. What we never want to do, step in closer, is apply that smash, Joel. We never want to apply that smash above the nose, because if we do, when it reaches its point of impact, the man who receives it, his head will go back and your fists will glaze off. He will not get full impact. We aim for the throat. If we're a little low, the hands will glide off the upper part of the chest and slide into the throat. If your accuracy is a little off, it'll go into the chin, which is not bad either. If it goes higher around the mouth area, the nose will serve as a buffer. And the impact could actually drive bone into the brain. Thank you. Remember I said karate is ugly if used. Well, it certainly is. And anybody watching this video will say, gee, that's pretty awful stuff. It is, but we sometimes live in a very mean world. And better that the attacker become the person harmed than you or one of your loved ones. So bear that in mind. Karate is ugly when it's used. Another technique, which is devastating, very fast and powerful, is the back knuckle strike. If I was standing as I'm facing the camera now, and my hands were at my sides, and an attacker came in, and I grabbed my wrists, or again, I moved my foundation, I'm, again, warning this man that he's about to have me respond. We don't want this. If my hands are here when he approaches, leave them here. The technique that I'm about to teach you is the back knuckle strike. And it can be done with either hand. What I'm doing is I'm taking the hand. Do not let the elbow come off the body. The elbow hugs the body. My palm is down, and while it's projecting, the hand twists and strikes the subject with the back knuckle. Two knuckles drove right into the attacker's face or throat. And it spins. There's a trajectory, just like a bullet. It doesn't push out the barrel. It spins. That's where it picks up its speed. One more time. And it doesn't matter if my feet are side by side, or if my left foot is in front, or my right foot in front. The foundation is only what we're building our home on. Let me show you what it's like if it's applied to an attacker, please. Here's the attacker. He's standing in front of me. He makes his move. That is the same principle. You do not strike above the nose. Throat, chin, mouth area. The first technique that I taught you, the double-fisted smash, was taught to you originally as a strike, because in most cases, good offense is the best defense. Now, I don't mean to go out and strike somebody because you don't like the way they approach you. What I do mean is, when they make a motion or a menacing, threatening move, that is the first blow. You don't have to wait for a hand to come close to your face before you call yourself a defender. When they make that aggressive, walking in, menacing move, that is the first strike. So at that particular point, you don't always have to block. A strike could end the confrontation. But the double-fisted smash that I taught you can be used as a fantastic block. It's impenetrable. Your hands are coming up like a ship cutting through the water. So what you do now, instead of going at the throat area that I taught you to use originally, you're now going to spring the strike up extremely high, like so. There's nothing that can get through that area. Any strike coming in, whether it be straight or a roundhouse, will be blocked. Let me show you what it looks like when it's applied. This block is simple and very efficient. It works. You do not want to spread the hands. It's like opening the hull of the ship and letting the water flow in. Holding the wrists, bring it up, you're protecting yourself like a turtle in a shell. But you do not hold it here. You pop it up and recoil. Every fast, powerful move has to recoil. A gun recoils when it's fired. There's a positive and a negative to every powerful move. That is a yin-yang principle, something very basic in karate. For hot, there's cold. For night, there's day. That is the essence of our power. So we have to spring up and recoil a few inches. Now, I saved the last technique for last, for a very good reason. When many people hear of karate, the first thing they think of is kicking. Well, kicking is really 2% of karate. Kicking is not as effective as you think. Now remember, we're not in a tournament, we're not playing games. When you're out there in the street in the world of reality, there's no referee to separate you or stop you. It's a sometimes ugly world. I want to repeat that so you realize why I'm teaching you these things, so that you don't become a victim in this ugly world. The straight kick is a very efficient move, but in time of confrontation, even someone who's a veteran of many battles always has a fear come over them. That's not a cowardly fear. It's a fear that tells you, be careful, you can get hurt. And it's a fear that all intelligent people have. So if you were facing someone in a situation where you were about to have a confrontation, and that fear came over you, a strange thing happens. Your brain sends a message down, and your legs tighten up. It's a normal tendency. It's always best to apply a kick after an opening move. But getting down to the kick, let me show you what it looks like. And I'll step closer as if I was looking into the eyes of an attacker. Because the closer you are, the less you will see. And I can use the right foot or left foot equally as well. One of the keys is not to telecast by the use of body language the move you're about to apply. Again, I want to explain this to you. If my feet were wide apart, in order for me to kick with either right or left foot, I must transfer my body weight, shift my balance. The person standing in front of me will see that, and that gives them a warning that something's about to happen. Remember in the beginning of the show I said we have to be sneaky fast? Our feet must be under our hips so that I can kick with right or left leg without transferring the balance, so that there is no motion. There's no lifting of the hands. There's no bringing back of the head. Balance and coordination will enable you to perfect these techniques. I'll now use the left leg. Now let me show you what it would look like if it was applied. Please. The kick goes into the groin area. And we want to use the instep of the foot as the point that gets applied. We don't want to kick with the toe or the heel. We want to take the instep and we want to bring it up into the groin. Doesn't matter which foot I use, front or back. The front foot has a shorter range. The back foot has a longer range. And the reason being is the turning of the trunk when I kick. What I can't reach now with the front foot, I can with the back foot. Pinpoint accuracy. That's important. You must hit what you aim at. The knee serves as the sight on our rifle. It's done in two parts. First the knee, and then the snap. And put the foot back down to the foundation. Knee, foot, and down. Take your left hand, put it out directly in front of your groin. Bring the knee to it. Then bring the foot. And then down. This is how you practice it. Remember, you don't want to kick at the hip. You don't want to lift the foot and kick straight out. That's incorrect. You'll miss your target. You want to bring the knee in a little bit, right in front of your groin. The knee is the sight on your rifle. Where your sight points is where your bullet will land. Knee, toe. That's the way to execute a straight kick. Remember, never look down at the attacker. If you look down at his groin, it's just like handing him a note telling him where you're going to kick. Use your eyes to divert his attention. Look in his eyes. Remember what I said, he should not know what hit him till he feels the pain.
Hey, give me all the money in your pocket.
Find somebody else, buddy.
Hold it there. Give me your wallet.
Here, take it. Now these techniques can be executed by anyone, whether they're big, small, men, women, young or old. Let me show you a young lady who's going to apply the same techniques I did. She might not do them as well. She's not expected to. She's in the learning procedures, but they can be executed very well. Now the techniques that I just showed you, we're going to show you how a young woman can execute the same things, and she's in the beginning stage. Please. She's approached by a person in a menacing manner. Of course, this represents the head, and her hands are folded in front of her. The double fisted smash, please. Okay.
Who are you?
We'll now show you the young lady applying the back knuckle strike. When she's approached by the attacker, she's not going to step back, she's not going to move like she's intimidated. She's going to be relaxed, like a spider calling him into the web. It's too late to avoid confrontation. She's not going to turn and run. She won't get away from him if she does. So she's going to use her mind, the best weapon we have. Her hands are not clenched, her fists are nice and loose. If you tighten your fist, he'll notice that too. That's giving a warning. There is no warnings to someone that wants to hurt us. From this relaxed position, she'll now apply the back knuckle strike. And the focus pad represents the attacker's face. 3 times, please. Now, we're going back to the back fist and smash. But we're going to use it not as a strike, but as a very efficient block. The attacker is going to throw the punch to the young lady's face. And she's going to block it by the use of the double-fisted smash. This time elevating this technique to this particular height. Watch how it's applied in actual use. 3 times, please. Now we'll show you the final technique being applied to an attacker. The young lady will execute the snap kick, and she will apply it to the groin area represented by this focus pad. The height is at the same height as the groin, and she does not give a warning. She does not use any body language or lifts her hands in any way. that will alert the attacker to what is about to take place. She is focused in, looking at his eyes, diverting his attention, getting his attention here, not down here, where the action is going to take place. Watch her apply the snap kick to the groin of the attacker. 3 times, please.
Hey, is this your house?
What do you want?
That concludes our training for today. Please be careful practicing. These techniques can hurt someone. I know. I've had the misfortune of having to use them. But if you're ever called upon to defend yourself or somebody you love, you give your attackers regards from the Karate Kid.
An ancient art will be told. Open your mind, heart and soul. Respect and honor there will be. Self-control will tap your key.